Dear guests, good evening. My name is KHROMYAK, and I'm the Executive Director of Ukraine House Davos. On behalf of the organizing committee, it is my great pleasure to welcome you today. Ukraine House Davos is now opening its doors for the 6th time. No reminder is needed that Ukraine's economy in the midst of war is challenged by uncertainty, constant threat of rocket and drone attacks. And thanks to resilience of Ukrainian entrepreneurs, the heroism and determination of its people, Ukraine continues to thrive as a nation. We are grateful to the Ukrainian armed forces, doctors, rescue teams, volunteers, and many, many others who are relentlessly fighting our country's invaders for the 2nd year in a row. Dauntlessly determined to protect its own freedom and independence, Ukraine is fighting for a better democratic future for all of us. In remembrance of those who gave their lives for Ukraine, let us commemorate them by a minute of silence. Thank you. I would like to briefly illustrate the horrendous impact of Russian aggression against Ukraine since 24th of February until December 2023 in figures. % of Russian attacks have been against civilian targets. 1.2 thousand attacks on hospitals and medical workers. 2,420 damaged or destroyed educational institutions. More than 30,000 air raid sirens. 20,000 Ukrainian children forced into adoption in Russia. 112,000 Russian aggression-related and war crimes registered. 5.8 million Ukrainian refugees are officially reported globally. 1.3 million Ukrainians deported to Russia. But Ukrainians stay strong in the face of adversity for a good reason. Our brave soldiers have reclaimed 54% of territory once occupied by Russian forces. Our society and economy have mobilized in the battle for our freedom. The Ukrainian spirit remains unbroken. We see opportunities disguised in hardship. Ukraine will be triumphant in this war and emerge as a free and prosperous nation. We know that investing in our resurgence is an investment in a stable, secure, and thriving world. We are very grateful for the support extended by our allies and friends worldwide, which immensely helped Ukraine in its relentless fight. And it is critical to keep the momentum and further strengthen resistance against the aggressor as we head towards a hard-won victory. What are the opportunities to consider? Total cost of reconstruction and recovery, $411 billion US. 30% of Ukrainian infrastructure has been destroyed. 105 port infrastructure objects were damaged and need renovation. 30% of Ukrainian territory is mined. 20 of the critical raw materials, including lithium, cobalt, graphite, and zirconium, that will drive the green energy allocated in Ukraine. 400 million people are fed by Ukrainian agricultural exports. And as IT powerhouse, Ukraine has one of the highest levels of IT tech graduates per capita in Europe. This year's Ukraine House will host crucial discussions aimed at galvanizing international support of Ukraine in the face of Russian aggression. Ukraine House will bring together high-level government, civil society, and business leaders, amplifying the country's voice. Panels will focus on efforts required for Ukraine's strong recovery and the path towards its victory. Discussions will cover a broad range of topics, from strategic role of Ukraine in terms of global stability and security, to economic recovery starting now, to free trade, investment, and risk insurance, to frozen Russian assets, new defense technologies, the role of women at war, and much more. I would like to thank everyone who contributed to this year's event. Ukraine House Davos is annually organized by Western NIS Enterprise Fund, the Viktor Pinchuk Foundation, and Horizon Capital. And it is my great pleasure and honor to introduce to you the members of the organizing committee of Ukraine House Davos, the women who dedicated volunteering significant time to produce this event. Please welcome JAROSLAWA Johnson, the President and CEO of Western NIS Enterprise Fund. SVITLANA GRYTSENKO, member of the board of the Viktor Pinchuk Foundation. And LENNA KOSZARNY, founder, partner, and CEO of Horizon Capital. And we thank Viktor Pinchuk, who is not here, but who is the founder of Viktor Pinchuk Foundation. Hope he will join us in a minute. I would like to extend my gratitude to our gold sponsors. Temerty Foundation, for their determined support over the years, and personally, Christina Waller. Please. Yeah. And Interpipe for sponsoring this year's event. Please, Vladislav. Separately, I would like to thank Mash McLennan for the panel sponsorship and Advantage Ukraine as the networking sponsor. Looking forward to our valuable time together over the next few days. Slava Ukraini! Glory
Slava! Ще не вмерла України ні слава, ні воля. Ще нам, браття українці, усміхнеться доля. Згинуть наші вороженьки, як роса на сонці. Запануємо ми, браття, у своїй сторонці. Душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду. Душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми
Thank you. Thank you. Ukraine House will open with the expert opinion from Washington as Ukraine seeks to ensure support remains high on the agenda. Before the start of the panel, let us watch a short video.
Ukraine is now a nation at war.
Ukraine is fighting back. They are defending themselves.
If you care about freedom, if you care about democracy, if you care about our future, it's important for the world to stand with Ukraine.
Russian troops pulled back, letting in life and revealing huge trauma.
Ukrainians could be using them now to help assure our collective security for decades.
Tonight, a senior Ukrainian defense official declared that the entire region of the capital city of Kyiv has been liberated.
More resolved than ever to support Ukraine in its fight against Russian aggression and atrocities.
When HIMARS showed up in Ukraine, it changed the face of battle.
And just a couple of days ago, it was liberated and claimed back by Ukrainians.
Ukraine is taking delivery of a sophisticated air defense system called NASAMS from the US.
France will supply the KHROMYAK air defense system to Ukraine.
Presidential Drawdown Authority, or PDA policy, to ship Hawk equipment to Ukraine.
Tonight, euphoria in Kherson, a major Ukrainian city now free from Russian rule.
Now Ukraine will be the next nation to take delivery of America's Patriot missile interceptor system.
Some 50 countries have stepped up to help Ukraine defend itself and deter future threats.
Major demonstration of the effectiveness of its newly deployed Western air defenses.
The Ukrainian counteroffensive appears to be escalating.
The stock prices of the biggest U.S. weapons manufacturers spiked.
It will be very difficult for us to fight without your assistance, but we have no choice. This is very serious things because unfortunately we don't have enough power within our country to support our army, but we extremely need it. This is just a point of our survival.